All right, let's talk about testicles. Seems like a good idea to have a tutorial on Rocky Mountain oysters and how to prepare them. So that's what I'm here for, is to help you prepare your Rocky Mountain oysters. When you get Rocky Mountain oysters, at least my experience has been this. I get them from a veterinarian. Veterinarians go out and they cut calves when it's the right time. And you know how like veterinarians, you got this image of a veterinarian with the long glove that goes all the way up to the shoulder and they pull the calf out. Well, apparently they keep these gloves, you know, on their person at all times for all other possible uses. Because every time I've ever received bull testicles from a veterinarian, it's been in a glove like that. So that's, and like, I'm not gonna lie, like, they'll just give these to you for free. I think mostly they kind of save them on purpose because there are like different organizations in some of the small towns that, you know, just do this kind of thing as a fundraiser or for fun. But basically, I'm gonna kind of dig in here into my glove of testicular love. All right, so here's what, oh my. All right, so here's what it looks like, right? Not that appetizing at this moment in time, right? There's some dirt, you know, there's some hair, of course, for goodness sakes. These cows have been out, you know, in the field and doing their thing, and they've got hair in places. And so, and stick them in a bag. Veterinarian's just gonna put this in the freezer. And when people are weirdos like me come calling to do a fun event like we're doing a spring ball with lots of ball-shaped foods. And yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna show you how to prepare these for actual consumption. They're delicious, don't be weirded out. They're delicious, don't be weirded out. We should know where our food comes from and some of the weird stuff too. So that's what this video is gonna be about. Let's do it. All right, so now that our testicles are relatively clean, and I'm not saying it's perfect, it's really, really hard to get every little hair off of the thing, but we've got the mud and the blood and the gunk cleared away, and things are generally clean, all right? This is the stage we are right now. What we're going for is to get to the meat, and this is what the meat looks like. It's not unlike a scallop, I mean, really. So yeah, it almost smells a little briny. We're gonna brine this before we cook it for 24 hours in salt water. And so I think it's like the scallops of the Middle West, of the Great Plains scallops, the Rocky Mountain oysters we call them. But yeah, so that's the meat product right there. It's the good stuff. How to get there? It's interesting. Okay, here's the one I've cleaned up. I find that gloves are great. They look good on TV and stuff, and they are a way to keep your hands clean, but like you need to feel the thing or whatever, so I probably won't actually use gloves when I'm doing all this, but I find it works better if these are a little bit firm, so they've come to me frozen. I thaw them out partially. This is probably a little further than I want it to be, but it is what it is, right? So, interesting. I didn't know all the protection I had until I got to this, but I'm using a utility knife actually. It's small, it's easy to maneuver. This guy's really sharp, and you can also utilize that, but I'm kind of liking these days, a paring knife is perfect, but I don't know, I tried out this knife lately and I like it a lot. So here's what we're gonna do. We've nice, sharp one. Did you just see what happened? That just like popped out. Okay, so there are actually two, count them, two. One, there's just like the whole thing just slid back off there. And if you look, I kind of gashed through the second, right? So I'm gonna do that again so you can see. You know, that's not very good, right? I'm just gonna go, nice little sharp. You can see the meat poking through there. And it's just gonna pop out. So I'm just gonna kind of go around here loosen that up. And here's why I like my hands. I can just kind of peel that apart and get to it in the end. And once I've done that, I get to, and you can kind of just look, I'm literally digging my thumb right in and peeling that sucker out, right? So there he comes. And when he's completely done, boom, nice little piece of meat. I don't know, for reference, here's how long my finger is, here's how long this particular testicle is. I've seen bull testicles probably this big around, but this guy, if I'm frying Rocky Mountain oysters, I'm gonna cut this guy in half, probably, bite-sized pieces. So that's a pretty big bite at this moment. Cut it in half, and that'll be that. So yeah, this is gonna take some time. I have over 30 pounds bull testicles I'm preparing for a fun little shindig this weekend. So I got a lot of work to do, and I actually have friends coming to help. Okay, my friends have all gone home. We've got a whole bunch of testicles ready to roll, and I have a new fresh and dandy 5-gallon bucket. Inside that 5-gallon bucket, I've just kind of given myself, I don't know, half a gallon of warm-ish water, because to that, I'm gonna add some kosher salt, right? So I've got about a cup and a half here, and I just like to do the warm water thing so that I can get it, dissolved quickly. So our plan here is to brine for 24 hours. You'd brine your turkey, you might brine some chicken or whatever, that kind of thing. When I went fishing with my gramps back in the day, we'd always kind of brine our bullheads before we ate those and whatnot. So I'm I guess this makes sense. I'm gonna use the whole buffalo kind of guy. We started this project today with 32 pounds, a little bit above 32 pounds of fresh off the calf bull testicles. After I cleaned everything up, discarded all the waste and the exterior membranes and stuff, I'm actually down to 17 and a little bit of change, right? So here we go. I'm not gonna dump these in because I'm gonna splatter testicle juice all over, and that doesn't seem like a great idea. Okay, so once I get all my balls in my bucket, I'm gonna top it up with cold water, stick it in my refrigerator, my cooler, or whatever, and let it hang out for 24 hours. When that's done, we'll revisit and we'll talk about what's next. All right, so that's what we've got, gang. They've been brined. I've given them a little bit of a rinse. We're looking for kind of a bite-sized piece. I got 3 there. I think I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. That way, it's easy to just pop them in your mouth. I do want to make sure they're pretty uniform. So I think this is going to be a pretty good size. Lovely, lovely, look at that, snack. All right, we're getting close. We've brined our Rocky Mountain oysters for 24 hours. We've got a couple of steps left. Eggs. Boom. I'm gonna cut up a bunch of these things. Cutting, is that what that is? Cracking. Guess what? Fascinating fact about me. I used to work in a restaurant, B, an egg factory. Check this out. Let's see if I got room. I'm ambidextrous egg breaker. It's neat. Special skills for special talents. This talent, this Rocky Mountain Oysters thing, it's important. All right, I'm gonna bust up some eggs. I'm gonna whiz up in a food processor some crackers. You can bread it in a lot of different ways. One of my Rocky Mountain Oyster mentors, I guess you would say, always did it with the eggs, and then go into whizzed up saltine crackers. Really easy, no big deal. You can give a pinch of cayenne in there, a little pepper, but it's kind of pre-salted with the thing, and it gives a nice crispy exterior. So it's delicious. Why mess with something that Kevin said is gonna work? It does in fact work amazingly. So I'm gonna crack a few more of these, and we'll be moving on soon. All right, there's our final product, folks, the Rocky Mountain Oyster. I will show you how to get there, right? We've done all the hard work, now it's all gravy. We'll party inside with some beers, and some horseradish is a pretty good accompaniment. Cocktail sauce is also lovely. But yeah, here we are. Come check this out. Here's how we did it. 1, bite-sized pieces of balls. Egg wash, right? Into my crackers, lovely. Into the fryer. That's what's happening. And then back to the final product right there. These are a terribly misunderstood cuisine. You have got to check this out. Do not be creepy and weird. It's delicious. Thanks for joining me.